There are 1.5 million species of animals and plants in the world, with 10,000 new species discovered each year. There are now 41,415 species on the IUCN Red List, and 16,306 of them are endangered species threatened with extinction.
Tell us your name and a little bit about the ARC program.
Well, I'm Jim Terrell. I'm the owner of the Happy Dragon, and we have what is called the ARC program. It's Amazing Reptiles for Kids, and it is a program designed to educate children and young adults on the importance of reptiles and not being afraid of them for no reason. That's what we're trying to overcome with the ARC program, is putting snakes in their hands, a live snake in children's hands, so that they get to understand that they're actually very good for our ecosystem and they're needed.
Mm-hmm. So what would happen if snakes were to disappear from the ecosystem or to go extinct?
Well, it would cause a ripple effect throughout the entire ecosystem, because snakes play a major role in the depopulation of the rodents. So without the snakes there, and without coyotes and bobcats, which have been steadily on the decline, those snakes are actually taking up the slack a little bit for the decline in the populations of some of the other predators. Without the snakes there, we would have a lot of problem with rodents and stuff like that that are going to overpopulate an area. If you get rid of all the snakes in an area, you're going to have lots of rodents. And with the lots of rodents comes diseases and everything else that we have to deal with in our systems.
So could the fear of snakes, or ophidophobia, lead to the possible extinction of certain species, such as the Burmese python in the Everglades?
Well, in the Everglades right now, they are trying to eradicate and trying to kill all of the Burmese pythons that were introduced into that ecosystem. Like I was saying, with the bobcats and the coyotes that they have decimated there, because the civilization has tried to take over their areas, the Burmese pythons are there doing the job that the bobcat and the coyote were doing.
They're filling their niches.
They're filling the niche there that has been left open and taking care of the rodent population, including stuff like possums and raccoons and stuff like that for the bigger snakes. Those are a viable food source. Mm-hmm. Without anything else there to take care of that population is going to grow to too large of a size for it to be able to sustain itself even. So you have to have those checks and balances.
So would you say that the fear of snakes, or kind of like that idea that snakes are bad and all snakes should, the only good snake is a
dead snake. I don't know how many times we hear that every single show we go to. We hear that same phrase, the only snake is a good snake. Well, if all snakes were extinct, mankind would be in a world of hurt.
So what you're saying, that idea, that sense of, I guess, ideology, is leading, or could potentially lead to the extinction.
Yes, I mean, because if people really feel that way and you start making laws that allow that to be done that way, on kill every snake you find, I think that understanding snakes, understanding lizards, understanding reptiles in general, including alligators and crocodiles, people need to have an understanding of what their role is in that environment. That environment will suffer.
Mm-hmm. All right, what does it take to be considered endangered? I don't know if y'all can answer that.
That's in numbers to range. So based off of how big their natural habitat is and how many numbers there are.
Okay.
So there's one rhino. There's 20. Mm-hmm. Don't quote me on that. There's 20 or something of them left. But they're not as high on that list as another one because of their space to size ratio. So it's basically how much their natural habitat and their numbers.
Okay, so it's population per area.
Yes.
This one. What toll would the ecosystem take if, said, the rhino or the gorilla were to disappear?
What would it?
Like, what would it have on the ecosystem? Like for the elephants, because they're a keystone species, if they were to go away, then they wouldn't have as many watering holes because they do dig for like where water collects and stuff like that. And so that's like an example of a toll that would be lost for that.
Right.
I would say it would be a domino effect because, I mean, gorillas eat the plants and the vegetation, so that would probably overgrow.
They also eat like the fruit, drop the seeds.
Yeah, so there
Spread
wouldn't
seeds
spread as well.
Yeah.
Go down.
Yes.
Other species would move in.
Mhm.
One species gets pulled out that's been there forever.
Yeah.
Another one would move in. Okay, so another one for you in the wild with elephants and humans. When the elephants lose their population or lose their area and their resources, they start moving into villages
Yeah.
and destroying villages. Well, the villagers get upset because that's their livelihood, so then they in turn kill the elephants. So it's really a domino effect. One piece takes out, well, they have to move to survive. They're going to affect somebody else. Well, they're going to get mad.
And they're gonna
it's
go-
all an
yeah.
adverse reaction to each other. The balance is thrown off.
Okay.
And a lot of other animals like group with the elephants and like move with them, so they also would be affected too. Yeah.
What are your feelings about like the endangerment of animals?
I feel like everyone's gonna see zookeepers are like, oh, endangerment, which is true.
More about it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I wish more people would take the time to listen to what we have to say instead of thinking we're tree huggers, so to
Yeah.
speak, or
Or
we're just
caging up animals. It's not.
or we're defending it because we work here.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I became a zookeeper because I'm passionate about it, and a lot of these species need help. And a lot of our job is to educate, to talk to people about it. Humans are the biggest threat.
I mean, extinction is natural, but what's
Yeah.
happening nowadays isn't.
Yeah.
This is one of the elephant keepers here.
Are endangered.
Elephants are African elephants are not on the endangered list. I believe they're just on the threatened list right now.
Okay.
Asian elephants, I believe, are on the endangered list because there's quite a bit fewer of them.
Do you like have any like thoughts or ideas on why specifically the elephants or other animals are becoming extinct?
A lot of animals are becoming extinct. They're losing habitats. People are encroaching on their habitat because there's a lot of people,
Yeah.
and we end up building in their habitat. So their habitat loss, poaching is a really big problem, not just for elephants, but all sorts of species. Rhinos, tigers, pangolins. It's a big problem for a lot of species.
Okay, so what would happen to the ecosystem, or what toll would it take if we were to lose the African elephant or another animal?
Well, African elephants are what they call a keystone species.
Mhm.
So that means like they'll dig water holes, and other animals will use it. So other animals would lose that. They wouldn't have the water holes that elephants dig. The food that they eat, then when they defecate, they transport seeds from one spot to another. So they help seeds or plants move to different areas.
And then, so do you have any ideas of way we could slow the disappearance, or anything that we can do or is set in place that we can join the effort to stop their disappearance?
Yeah, one of the best ways is just to stop poaching. That's such a big problem. Make sure that they still have safe places to go. Like in Africa, there's a lot of theme parks and preserves and stuff. Just stuff like that. But, so poaching is one of the biggest problems facing wildlife.
There are many things contributing to the endangerment of animals, from the oils in your makeup to deforestation to the illegal poaching of animals.
Extinction is a very real problem faced by thousands of species of animals. The answer is simple: they need our help. If we want Earth to remain beautiful and continue to thrive, then people need to join the effort and help stop the endangerment of animals.